Maua le avanoa le taeao nei whaalau I loa ai ia le office City Fo o le whapatonga soka le atunuu. Ia a maise fo o le avanoa e talanoa ai ma le team manager va be foi le whaia onga o le tātou au soka foi lea a le under 17 women's soccer team. Le u qualify nei mo le ipo le langi. Ia il whai unga o le tausanga nei o se tala wha so le pito lea. Ia mo Samoa I se te mua sa whangai tātou au soka e le tāmu sanga o le ipo le langi. Mauta fia whaalau lo atu le tau nei o mātou whaatasi ai. Lo tūtau matau o lo alala tuai ia le office Sili Fo o le whaamatonga soka le atunuu ia le fionga whaumuina Margaret ia pe ona Silvia ia whapea foi ia masetasi o sui o le komiti whaafoi ia o lo e ta whānau whaumuina le fionga awha masanga se fine ka pesi o sui o le board member ia ale whaamatonga soka lo tātou atunuu. Ia aulo tūtonga vale, o lo alala tuai ia le taitai malanga o le au soka atamai tai lalo sufitu tausanga, le team manager alua manuvae poto leo. Ia lo tūtonga vale, whatase foi ia male whaia onga o le tātou au soka Duan Januia. Is that how to pronounce your name?
Pretty good.
Oh,
that's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm trying my best. Okay. Whaftai tele a whamuina maro au waa nei tai au. So sorry, kiki manu ma whamuinga. Ma kau whewhere mai, ko le whakoe a maka. Ia, ere ofi, ia. Malo, good morning. Malo se whamanuia whamuina. Ia, whaamanuia toi fo ilo tula I mai le fo il soka nei, pai inga.
Whaftai lava le mo whae ea. Ia, whatalo whatu fo ilo fionga so alo. Seweli, ia o tatou mafuta e whaile nita e au. Abi ele alo whala malanga lele atua o tatou whaatasi le nita e au. Ma nai a te lelo ofisa.
Koe au se kupe.
Ia lele. Ia, whatalo whatu I le o mato whaatasi nei ma le fionga ia awhamsanga se whine ka pisi ia o ia whoi se tasi o sui o le komiti whaafoi wa laui loa fo le nita
wa lewa na tautua
lewa
mai le aua matautu
ia o lai whai lava le ia o iai lava ia whausanga I tono nei whalaputonga ia o lewa whangi maka ala wakasi ma awhamsanga o ka lai kiki ia o tangata o tālonga tangata ngā vaai ma o longa sa whai mei fo kongo komiti whaafoi ia o se mitamitanga lea I atea o te amata tu foi. Ia alo sa whae me la whionga whamsanga I tono o komiti whafoi. Ia whatalo whatu foi le whionga lumot vai, ia le uso foi le ia poto. Ia o ia le team manager poto I malanga o le kako au le under 16 le sa ia lewa whaasolo atu I le ipo lalangi o le under 17. E whaia le Morocco. I ke langa I uma, they will touch on that. And I would like to introduce also, we're happy to have Juan Jang Uria here with us. Juan, he's been with the Federation and involved with the coaching for 3 years. He's a blessing and he's a great asset to Samoa. He will explain and go through ilanga ifoi. Lana le amainga fo le awa teine po te mai tai bokako awa I le polo langi. Ia le li maangai yo nei tam whainga.
Malo, whautai te lea whamuina, whautai lewa ko fola I environment nei. Au te lo se ama no taua nei o le ase tano mua mai la le tatou team manager Poto. So Poto will talk about your team preparation for the upcoming World Cup in Samoan language. Then we will give the chance to you, our national coach, Whamua Molea. Poto. Oh, feo e tatou au taimil nei o a fea toi campai o le atunanga e tapenanga mo le ipolanaulangi Whamua Molea rua manavai?
Ia, whakataitele lava so alo mo le whaafesili ia pe toi whatalo whatfoi mo le atu le anganga whaafetaitele mo le avanoa ia whaapile sunga tamaitai pule ia whamuina ia pea ia le sui whaafoi al komiti o awhamasanga ia ele whaangaloina ia le whionga perisitene o lo whapea ona mai mua mai nei taimi ia pali I Sam Leslie Petaia ia whapea ia le vice president o le ya muli au male mamalu o le komiti whaafoi whaftai mo avanoa ia Oye uli oye ilo talo la tato maua ia toinga vanoa whapea. Whawhitai lava i ele i whamanu ianga le whanau sa whapea na waia i le tournament sa i le tausanga kutuana i o whapea na maua ia tato le vanoa tato te o i le World Cup as you mentioned. Ia o le taimi mua le nei wa alu i se aua Samoa i le FIFA World Cup. Ia o le FIFA World Cup so alu i le se tournaments whaingofie. Ai me se a tātou ia i le Pasifika ona e tau ati ae, e tau mwhai lava ia tātou meetinga le standard a le atunu i whawhala lain. A le tale atu i lau fasili. O le taimi nei o le tātou au ia as a bean tau noa tuai ia le coach nei ia wani. O le taimi nei o le majority o le au o au mau i Amerika. O inana tele mai e tātou players ia. O le fo i e tātou sui mai Australia. Ia whapea fo i New Zealand. Ia whapea fo i nai tamaita e ia sa whapea na whitwhilia tui nei Samoa. I le taimi nei. O le taimi o mo le silafia ia sauni nei ngā le tātou au. Ia o lo whanga solo lava e send lava le porkalame a le coach i lunga le group chats. Ia na whaatino ala ia e tuu lava i le player o lona ia nau ta inga. Ma lona ia loto e fia nau e represent Samoa. E whaatino i le porkalame. Ia pa e mani toa lava ele coach i lunga o benga te whailaini ia performance taitasi e po ta penanga a players taitasi. Ia whapena fo i tato players ia to lua le nei Samoa o lo whapena la whaatino ina ia le porkalame lea. O le in terms o le tato ta penanga i le taimi nei I must say that so alo ia whapea ia Samoa atoa ia o lo tamu whai pa o taimi nei o wa oma le camp mua le tato au sa whai i au le masino Januari le matanga le tausanga nei ia morsi le fia ia whatever na prepare e tuanga nei ia le mapea ia le peristene ia ma le sunga le si ia whaumina ia porkalame ia mawhai ona ta pena mamau atu i le World Cup o le World Cup ia o ke topa. O uma le camp sa whai i au ia Januari o le taimi nei o lo sa uni uma le au le tournament le whai i Dallas i Texas. O le tournament lea it's one of the best youth tournaments in the world. Ia o lea whawhitai a wa mawhai na mau e se avangoa se tatoa wanoa e compete ai. Ona o inare la avatu e tato players e compete le level o le soka le ia tunu mai fafo. Ia o lo fa solo lava ia e fo ile isi ia na uma foi la ia le tournament le se fulu aso le la camp ai ma wai tu ai le tournament le ia to foi la ia le players i lo na inga ia la to ia e fanga solo lava por kalami. Lo ia foi le isi fo fuanga ale sosi ia fa bea ia le coach nei. E to camp foi le au ia juni. Ia I Hawaii ia ona o le majority le o players uma e pace America. So e fili titilo fo itu pe faalo ia marceleni lo fa beona tapsa ili mai faumi nampa li ia wale tapenanga ia etele lava tata tapenanga so walo ia me ia tata salo ia le tu e fa tasi mai fo pe malo si ile soa ia so mai fa ia no fa tau no ina uma ia nei fo fanga uma
malo fa tai Juan, it's good to have you on our show this morning, and congratulations for making our first ever soccer team to the World Cup. First of all, tell us more about yourself. Where are you originally from? And tell us more about yourself.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Well, Favitai Telava to you guys for having us here and everyone in the federation for all the support that they have given us, and most important, the girls. As for me, yeah, I grew up in Guatemala. I was born in Germany, but I was born in Germany, grew up in Guatemala. My mom is from there. My dad is from El Salvador. But I always tell them that despite all of that, my heart belongs to Samoa. You know, every time since I first arrived 3 years ago, this place for me, this amazing country felt like home to me for the first time that I arrived. So, I am from Guatemala, but my heart belongs to
So what inspired you to become a coach for women's soccer in Samoa?
That's a good question. So I have three little sisters myself. So that's how I started to get into female football and soccer. I played professional football soccer for 10 years. And then I started coaching in New Zealand. And then we did very well. Our team was very good, and then we did very well. And then FFS, Federation Samoa, reached out to me 3 years ago, and then I started with the under 20s, and that was our first team with Samoa. We did very well, and after that, just things have moving forward for all of us. So I think inspiration just comes from up there, but it's just a passion that I have, and I think mixing that passion of women's soccer now with the country that we love, it's very special.
What does it mean for Samoa to have its first ever women's team at the World Cup?
Yeah, it's huge. Being the first team, male or female, to qualify for a FIFA World Cup, it's massive. I think it opens the door a lot for girls playing here in Samoa and representing 685 around the world.
Yeah,
I think it's massive for everyone. We're very excited, and we can't wait to see the girls representing Samoa in the big stage.
Tell us more about preparation for the upcoming World Cup.
Yeah, perfect. Just like Poto was mentioning, we were in California in January with a pre-camp. It was like a base training. We're going to Dallas next month. Then we're going to Hawaii in June. To get into a very tough environment for the girls to make them prepare for the World Cup, because it's not going to be easy. Playing against the top teams in Asia, Europe, and Africa is going to be very good. So we need to play against top oppositions. So that's what we're planning to do. And then in September we go to Europe at the very end, just before the World Cup, and then we kick off the World Cup. So we are making sure that we do everything we can in our power. Football and soccer, you can't control the result, but if you keep adding, keep stacking your chances, prepare yourself, control what you can control, and then we are hoping that our preparation of the pitch will be a result on the pitch.
This is history for Samoa, the first ever soccer team qualified for a World Cup. What ways do you think this experience will impact women's soccer in Samoa moving forward?
I think it's huge. I think it's massive for Samoa, for the Pacific also region. I think it's huge. But we're hoping that this will be only the beginning, for women's soccer in Samoa, and also the men's. We can also tap into that. So hopefully this will just be the start for football in Samoa. Hopefully this is just the beginning.
So how did you select your team? Because there are only 2 local players.
Two local players, but everyone representing Samoa. Like I said, 685 around the world. We do a lot of filters. I was here this weekend in Samoa running the under 16 trials, so we keep an eye on everyone. We travel to the US to check on girls. We do heaps of stuff in New Zealand and in Australia. A lot of videos and a lot of time investment, but we have seen that the investment is paying off, so we just have to continue on this track. But it's not easy, but we do have a big pool of players. But again, it's just for us as coaches, it's like building a puzzle. So not easy, but I think everyone's work and commitment, and also a lot of alofa to the parents. They're also big support and big massive help for us. Again, not easy, but hopefully we make the right decisions.
Okay. What has been your primary focus in training the team for the World Cup?
So we always say that the way we do everything is the way we do anything. So we always say that to the girls. So we have, now that we're away from them, we have given them a program, and then I think a lot of trust and a lot of connection within the players, I think is key. And that's we're basing that, we get together every maybe 6 weeks for the next camp. So I think connection and trust, and just trusting the process is going to be very important. And I think the passion that the girls have for soccer and the commitment that they have every time they put the jersey on is, it's amazing. So I'm excited for the world to watch what we can offer.
So what's your expectation for the upcoming World Cup?
Yeah, like I said, I think my expectation is that we're not just here to make up numbers. We are definitely preparing. We're prepared. Okay. We're preparing to be. We understand, we could be one of the lowest ranked team, but we're the biggest the team with the biggest heart, you know, and then I'm guaranteed that I will show up, and we are again stacking our chances, you know, one break at a time. In order when they want to bring us down, hopefully they can't.
Okay, so thank you very much for your time this morning, Joanne, and
Thank
all the best for the upcoming World Cup for your preparation and your team.
Thank you.
Famina, you know, it's good to have our coach here. He's a legend, and he's making us a history for this first ever women's soccer team qualified for World Cup.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, you know, like you mentioned, it's a massive, you know, achievements for us to like make it to the World Cup this year. You know, in the Oceania, it's just New Zealand and Samoa are qualified, you know, made it to the World Cup.
Yeah.
Well, there was a tournament in Fiji last year. That's where our girls got qualified from. They made it to the final. They beat Fiji, they beat Tonga, they beat all these big teams, Solomon, New Caledonia, you know, all these big teams. We made it. We made it, and you know, grateful for Juan to put his hand up to come and coach Samoa. You know, it's just amazing and you know exciting as well to be a soccer player myself. You know, a former player for Samoa. This is a great achievement that I'm so blessed, and you know, we're always you know praise the Lord for these opportunities and the chance for us to make it. And this is just a slow beginning, but we know we're gonna make it there and aim for the bigger tournaments as Juan explained.
Okay. Malo fa telephone wina. Se ko mele mai ki fa masanga ya se ko mai ki masanga ele tau fa matalalo sao ile talo ngol soka la o fa masanga ye pe welo to tele o ya se fine tu longo tafa ya o te lo se tala fa so pito le tu langa o sao fa o to lungo le o le komiti fa foi o le port me po se fia nga foi ya wa ele ka makel kere o maumumu nga veve nga ye ka lo soka a o le wa pe o mari po le ale telo le maunga o le resort na von meta la so le ngona ia sa eta alon loto i le fainga o au le wa sa fa i me fa tu munga o le o qualify ta o li po la langa masang
ia va taila vali au sa wanga ni tsao eu me kanga makua revo nga kasoka soka ia ele alu selfie o vai ke mi ngai ka alu se au ele ngi au ave fa e pero kai ka mi ka ia le wa kongole wa vero ki ngai nga mo ka mo fai ma le ngau le soka le wa ka ngofo ko i lungole o le laungi le ko mi fa foi ia wa foi ngi ia wa inga ia wa o ka mai ki ma fai me ka nga o lo i lunga soka lo fa
malo fa vetai ya o le siri mo fa mo le lo manu vai ta no team manager fa team manager nga ko so malo lo manu vai lo manu vai se te via vai ta to au nei a o le polala a o le malanga le polala.
Yeah, good question. Ma nai ia le fa fesili. Yeah. Mo le silafia alo sunga ia so alo ia fa pele malo Samoa ia ma fans o mo le soka ioi. Olo o yai le plan le persistene ia pali ia fa be ia lon so atau ia fa muina. Wa o manata atia le plan ele tama fai au mai umale au nei. Ia e fa to fa to wai ia. You know, it's the first time we qualified in the FIFA World Cup. So yeah, ole no ta inga na le ye le taimi nei. Yeah, Pawalo na ia ole fo ia sa ili fo eta sa ili se le ni ia au mai tato players in Otele. I'm not going to go further in details in regards le au mangole au, but I can only say that yes, we are planning to bring the whole team here. But yeah, and it's also a good opportunity for me to say that if you're listening to this and if you want to get involved with football, and don't forget that we're also representing Samoa to pick a stage. Yes. Yeah, I know everyone understands that football it's #1 sports in the world. So if you want to get involved, join us. Yeah, this is your opportunity to raise up your hands and come support our team. Yeah, so tai ia famuina ia po papani por committee fa foi wa elela represents atu yellow company ia pena foi lo sunga lo tsa ili la se leni ia mai ia tama itsa nei pa yo o lo ia ili fo fuanga tatu office nei ia au mai ia paula vana ia le sa ili le se leni ia pe sa se leni na
mai voice Pamina,
le afingi o le under 16 championship le fai mai nei Samoa ia au kuso. La Samoa au kuso I la fulfa. O le tournament nanga there's 9 of our girls in la on the World Cup. Or maybe 10. E o mai ta alo I le kako tournament lea. O le taimi fala le o le la atam fai au mai umai ma teine le au lea ka kole ele ta alo le tournament lea. Wala tournament lea nga o te niti was lima, lima le qualify le tournament lea. Ai fai mai nei Samoa fai la le la host I le tournament lea ia au kuso. Ele o saoga ko le championship. O saoga ko o le vainga ta alo tatou ma New Zealand ma au Fiji, Solomona, New Caledonia. Au te tele ia ole Oceania, I kongo le Pasifika. I wa Australia o lawa o lātou I o le vaenga I le atu Asia. Lala ia Australia. I believe it or not, they're not qualified to the World Cup. We are. Samoa are. We are qualified. So lela ele fofuanga mele sa suma ia wan. Nga sau e whaile whanau Charles to 1998.
Okay.
E kau to e wa ai pe Filifilia 2010 te eanga waa mo le championship lele whai me ni Samoa. Ma le fofuanga lawa wa umana whaatatia. Te neti uma ia le sa iai uma Charles. La tama whai lava le federation e tau fiofi. O le makanga develop. Wai o le silea ki ole asocia ole atia youth development le lai tam fai e uma foi la fam ta o puitono e avitoni a fionga komiti fa foi e pasia mai foi la lea polo kalame ma nai ole tam fai toi develop ai foi ia te ni ti ton samo e ma fili mai e ni te ni ti oanga va o le tournament le ia o kuso la tam fai kusa mele le la so solo ia le le vision ale federation ia ta fiofi mai te ni tia quale layer quale layer soka kong Samoa but it's a lack of coaching ma polo kala me fa pe e upskill nei fela ko le soka e pona so atu
te tele a fa muina me se fo le to official mo le avanoa Talanoaga nei tai au tai pe a fo ina tatu fa so fo tele so ele mawalalo le tūlanga wa ausia e alo mawhana misi o le pei wa tūlai mai au le tūpāo ta mai ta ya o ke loko ke le kausango e involve laka pi o laka kala le fai so anka ko develop kengi wale maka xiamping I se au le la pei wa fo e wa matati ai ia le tūlanga e pene ele tamu whainga au soka le tātou o tunu uli tūpāo ta mai ta e whaftai tele mo le avanoa. Thank you, so all the best for the upcoming World Cup and whaftai whamuina tātou so tai pia tātou Talanoaga inisi tātou Talanoaga le teme luma wat whala lo ino tātou talonga e manuia nei aso.
Whaftai lawa so ala mo matua avanoa manuia tele fuilo o whangole nei aso e lau fionga e whapele malu sa mo lo fa peo na fa tasi malinita e o tata polo kalame
ma lo fa tai o le na fa fonga mai mo le tsu Talanoaga ma sui o le fa tong soka le tsu me sol pulenga le tatu au soka le under 17 to mai tai le o qualify nei tam sanga le polo langi